Washington store owner sentenced to 8 years for killing robber. A convenience store owner from Spanaway, Washington, has been sentenced to 8 years in prison after shooting a thug who stole from his establishment, according to Q13 Fox surveillance footage from the March 25, 2016 incident shows 31-year-old Min Sing Kim asking a group of men loitering outside his store to leave. While he was outside, 21-year-old Jaquil Rashan Mason can be seen attempting to steal cigarettes from behind the counter of Kim's store. The footage shows Kim and Mason subsequently engaging in a fight. Ultimately, according to Q13 Fox, Kim can be seen shooting Mason in the back as he flees. As King 5 reports, prior to this incident, Min Kim's wife was shot in the stomach by another thug attempting to rob their store. Store clerk survives shootout with armed robber in Spanaway. Suspect.
New video, a man with a gun storms into a Spanaway convenience store. Watch, the clerk, instead of handing over the cash, she grabs a gun, her own gun, right next to the register and fires off a shot at that robber. That clerk had nerves of steel as she stared down the barrel of a gun. Thanks for joining us. I'm Matt Lawrence.
And I'm Jamie Tompkins. The clerk's husband gave us that video saying he's overcome with guilt that he wasn't there to protect his wife. Steve Kiggins is live in Spanaway with more on the clerk's bravery and the suspect's first appearance in court. Steve?
Yeah, that's right, Jamie. The clerk's husband tells me his wife is doing sore, but she's doing really okay. She's recovering at home today. Security cameras recorded this whole thing going down. It turns out the clerk had her own gun and had a big surprise for that robber.
Bullet that went through her body.
And then the bullet sliced right through this drink display that stood right behind 30-year-old Sue Lim. Cameras caught the terrifying moments when prosecutors say Tyrone Prophet Jr. barged into the Spanaway Quick Mart with his gun already drawn on Lim.
Still can't get rid of it that I shouldn't be in here, you know, and yeah, so she couldn't get shot.
He gives her a bag for the money, but watch, while she pulls the money out of the till, she waits and then pulls out her own handgun. In a flash of gunpowder, Lim fired at the robber but missed. The bullet flew past his head and into the ceiling. Cops say Prophet fired his own gun too, but his bullet went through Lim's side. The suspect took off, leaving behind the money and his mask. Cops later pulled Prophet and his girlfriend over at a gas station in Tacoma. Security video there shows cops with weapons drawn during the arrest. Prophet pled not guilty to assault and attempted robbery charges today. He's being held on $1 million bail. Police believe he could be connected to a series of violent armed robberies across Spanaway. Neighbor Jody Yost thinks her daughter could be one of his victims.
My daughter was actually robbed twice at gunpoint at a local coffee shop right here in the area.
Strangers left flowers and gifts at Lynn's convenience store on Friday. Her husband is thankful police nabbed their man.
I'm glad she's fine, and yeah, and I'm glad that they caught the guy who shot her, and I hope the law is gonna do their job.
So police say they believe the shooting suspect's girlfriend drove the getaway car. So far, she has not been charged. She could be released from jail tonight. CBS also took custody of a young child they say they found inside the getaway car at the arrest, but they don't believe that young child was in the car during the robbery. That's the latest. We're live in Spanaway. Steve Kiggins, Q13 News.
Kim subsequently pled guilty to second-degree murder. During sentencing, Q13 Fox quotes him as stating, "I'm here to take responsibility for my actions in taking Mason's life. I accept the consequences. I did not have the right to take his life." Como News reports that Judge John Hickman, keeping the earlier shooting of Kim's wife in mind, acknowledged that the situation was tough, but stated deadly force was not warranted on Kim's part. A liberal judge, most likely, right? Brad Baker, the family of Min Sing Kim, reacts as he is led from court. He received more than 8 years for killing a shoplifter in his store. This doesn't work. According to another KOMO News article, Mason previously made headlines when he was convicted of attempting to kidnap a 6-year-old girl, Savannah. The outlet's article on the kidnapping reads as follows: I looked both ways and there was no one coming, but when I went halfway across the street, 2 guys came out of nowhere, Savannah says. And what happened next is every parent's nightmare. They grabbed me, says Savannah, but Savannah's smart moves made her mom very proud. Run and kick and punch, says the little girl. What's the number one thing you did that got everybody's attention around the whole neighborhood? Asked Savannah's mom, Amy Norman. I kicked him, said Savannah. I screamed loud. The 6-year-old knows stranger danger well, 'cause mommy teaches me, she says. Amy saw the attempted kidnapping from her front window and dashed out the door. My heart was pounding, she said. Unreal. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.